Hello and welcome to episode 9 of the TCG City Speakers podcast. We're back and Wave 4 has hit and landed, and we have all been enjoying the cardboard crack. My hosts, as usual, are Matt and Mark.
How's it
Hello.
going?
And myself, Kev. It's going very well, guys. I have been on the crack. I am dosing on cards right now. My living room is literally chock-a-block with commons, uncommons. I've got rares spread out. I've got decks built everywhere. What is going on? How has Wave 4 been for you? How did the weekend go? These are all the things we're going to talk about today. Are you ready?
Well, this crack is really Moorish.
No, I said, are you ready?
I am ready.
Yeah!
Gladiator style.
So, this past weekend was the UK release date weekenders of Wave 4. I know that we had several events going from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all over the UK, and of course the rest of the world. Let's not forget about the US meta either. But
Yep.
I know that there was events in Bristol, there was events in Brighton, there was events in Southampton. What went down? What won? What was busted from the pools? How did you guys do? How did I do? I'll let you know on a spoiler, it was a bit 50-50. But I can say that Springer is busted in sealed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he's just good,
I
regardless.
think he's just good. I think he's just good in general. But yeah, in sealed, yeah.
Of all the triple changes, he's the one I can see breaking out, into a constructed thing.
He
But-
He's a
did a
beast.
lot of work.
Yeah,
He did
he's
a
so
lot of
good.
work.
Just the
I
filtering.
think-
like
Triple changes in general, I think, certainly felt on our Saturday event that they were just king. They were just powerhouses.
I mean, everyone was looking out for them straight away. You could tell. Everyone. As
They-
soon as I walked in the room, that's what everyone was talking about. They were like, "I wonder what triple changer
Yeah.
I'm going to get."
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I hope I get Springer, draw loads of cards. I hope I get Astro Train. He's a
Because
house.
you pretty much knew you were going to
Yeah.
get one, but it's just like, which one am I going to get? I hope I get Springer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as it wasn't ape face, you were fine.
I got an 8-face. I didn't play him.
I am shocked and amazed.
Unfortunately, poor 8-face.
But I think the real power of the triple changes in certainly in just Siege 2 environment there is that the whip and showing off are pretty easy to get in your pools, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're both common.
they're both
Mhm.
common, and
Yeah.
if you see them, you're loving life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I was doing some showing off shenanigans in my sealed pool. I had 2 copies of it.
I got to play showing off and the whip with Springer,
Ooh.
and that was a lot of cards that suddenly just
Yes.
reappear in my hand.
Nice. I was using
yeah.
Nova Storm and showing off to move damage, and Spinster to buff Battlemaster. Just flipping loads of times to give Battlemaster +3.
Excellent.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
I think
But-
the other thing that we all knew that
Yeah.
it was likely to be a thing, but
hmm
we've already said before, sealed isn't all of our favourite format,
No.
but we all kind of came away from that day thinking actually that sealed event was probably one of the best, if not the best, sealed environments for the
Yeah, it was
Transformers
pretty
game that
good.
we've been a part of.
I mean, I've only
Um,
played it in 2, so I can't really judge as well as you guys because I didn't.
Sure.
I came in just after Wave 2, so I didn't even play in the release. But yeah, so I played Wave 3 sealed and Wave 4 sealed. But Wave 4 was more fun to me than Wave 3. Yeah.
Yeah, it was certainly the better sealed environment for myself. Having played 2 and 3, 2 was not great. 3 was an improvement, and then this set
just
has
to-
been a really good
just
sealed set.
to hammer home how much fun it was. I won our release event of Wave 3, and I
Yep.
didn't win any rounds in Wave 4 sealed, but I had more fun playing Wave 4 sealed.
Good. That's certainly something to come
I
away
mean,
from.
maybe that's
Yeah.
because I was trying to do rainbow things, but hey, we'll get into that.
You crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, me and Kev made a little friendly agreement when we opened our pools.
Yep. Making the best of a worse situation, right?
Yeah, it was fun. I don't know. That's why I don't know how yours went because I had to leave. Like, there was like 5 minutes in the last round on Saturday, so because my parking ran out. Because you were in the middle of your last game, and I was like, I've got to go, Kev. I'll see you later. My parking's running out.
Well, as you would expect when you open your 6 packs and your livest rare is Daring Escape, and the other 5 are all dead.
Yeah.
You look at your characters and you go, well, I do have 4 Autobots.
Nice.
I mean, there's only 25 cards. It might happen. Let's give it a go.
Yeah.
It did not happen.
Oh no, you didn't do it.
I did not do it. I think.
Did it even happen once? Like,
no, it did not happen once. I think I played it 3 times in a game and got 11 cards removed. But I still, of course, had the rest of my deck. So I didn't even get halfway there. I wasn't living on a prayer. It was a day of losses.
Similar to me, but
there was no daring escapes. It was just trying not to die before dying. And
that was literally how I felt. But it was very fun at trying to achieve that. Because similar to you, I opened my pool and I was like, my characters weren't really that great, and I looked at my rares and I was just like, wow, I've got overwhelming advantage. That seems fun. Let me see if I can even actually do it. So I looked in my sealed pool to see if I could physically get the right colours on a character. And who did I have? I had Spinster. Well, that's a good start. Extra weapon slot. Cool. So I look and I actually had two possible combinations of upgrades to achieve the rainbow. But stacking then flipping was going to be tough because I had the wedge formation for those 3, so I could plan that. But then it was just cross your fingers. And I only had 2 whites in the deck, and one of them needed to be on the character. So it was literally the dumbest thing ever. But it's like 25 cards. It's doable. Let's see if I can do it once. And I got all the upgrades on a character once, but I never got to play the card while the upgrades were on it.
Admittedly, the decision was helped by the fact that at Brighton, everyone got 2 boosters regardless, right?
Yes, that did also help. Yeah.
So there was nothing to play for. So
it was a day of fun, like flat rising.
Decisions were allowed. Okay.
Yeah, I was just like, there's no reason to like stress or try and make something like top tier out of my pool. I've got the rainbow card. Let's try and taste the rainbow. Let's go.
I will say that running crosshairs and not having a battle master was a bit sad.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Did you have one in your pool, or did you just want 4 characters?
I didn't even. I think I got half a weapon master, and then all of like the micros. So my day at Brighton was fun, but there were no checks in the W column there. In fact, my 3 games all went the same way in that I faced an Astro Train team, which I was able to slow down. I didn't die as fast as you'd think because I had 2 repurpose in my deck, so I was able to keep the upgrades off of him.
Yeah.
But even with 1 or 2 upgrades, he hits like a house. And I think I was running Sea-Watch and the other 2 little guys. And it was just like, yeah, they're still going to die. It's just going to be a matter of time.
Yeah.
My second game was against Matt, and
hello.
The Springer Chop Shop Sites team was there was some good synergy there. And the battle deck was very tight as well. It was very good.
Nice.
It just worked. I think
It just works.
Yeah.
There's nothing quite as bad when you're sitting across from Springer with a whip on it, and the showing off comes out, and you're like, yeah,
What do I do?
that's the thing. So you're gonna discard 2, draw 4, and then play 3 more cards. All right, sweet. I'm just gonna take bold 6 to the face. And with all the black pips, right, you're coming in for 6 base bold 6, and you're probably gonna get like 7, 8 pierce 7. So you're gonna take a lot of damage regardless.
Yeah, I think that was one of the most fun things, like the black pips, is that they made sure that the game's actually like finished.
Progress, yeah.
Like, did you have any draws?
None of my games went to time.
No, I mean I got close.
But, I mean, it probably helped that I was running Daring Escape with a 4 wide water potty.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't even win a round. There was no 1-1s or 2-1s.
No, yeah, I was 0-2, 0-2, 0-2. Yeah. It was bad.
we were the job squad on the day.
Yeah, definitely.
My first game did end up in a draw.
Okay.
It was a Springer off.
Yeah, I can understand the first round as well, because it's like the new cards. People are going to take time to read the cards.
I think we were all just getting quite
familiar.
And so unfortunately I didn't quite get the win.
That was one thing that I think I did notice helped, is that I can't remember. I'm really bad with names, but I played one of the new players in the final round, and he was playing cards, and I was just like, yeah, cool. And he was like, oh, you know them already? And I was like, yeah. I mean, I most of them. Like, there's still some that I forget. But, like, we've been looking at the spoilers for so long now that like most of them are like drilled into my head already.
Yep. We can tell when bad stuff is about to happen. Don't you worry.
You're playing lots of cards. It's probably something's going to go wrong.
So 2/3 of us scrubbed out. How did you do, Matt?
Yeah.
So aside from my first game draw, I managed to close out the rest of the day with 2 extra wins.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
So Springer, Sights, and Chop Shop did pretty well.
Yeah.
I started the day off with Smokescreen instead of Chop Shop.
Okay.
Like stat for stat, identical. But I wasn't really flipping.
Sure.
So I don't know why I even changed to Chop Shop in hindsight, but I did, and I just kept with it.
Chop Shop seemed good. I played against Chop Shop, and him.
Yeah,
with
he's fine.
The healing.
The healing is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just never flipped him. Nor did I smoke screens. I don't know why I made the change. I think I just had a conversation with someone during the day, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Chop Shop is quite good, isn't he?" And then I just put him in, and then I just never.
His artwork's so nice to look at as well. His
artwork is quite great.
Cool. His bot mode artwork is so pretty.
Yeah. So yeah, and Sights was really good.
Just Sights is just good in general, I think.
Yeah, by the time you've got that defense, and maybe you're actually going to play an armor, you're maybe defending for 4 base.
Yeah.
And versus big hitters, so aside from Pierce, you're blocking a ridiculous amount of damage, and then on the offense, you've got the 1 plus the focus from Sights and your base 6 anyway. So yeah, you just become a huge hitter.
Yeah.
And
I'm seriously considering him
really
with King Starscream.
Sights.
Yeah. I think they could work together well. I'm just not sure how yet, because you have to actively choose between. Because some people are using Lionizer with him, right? But you can't do both. You can't do Lionizer and Sights. You have to choose one or the other. So it's just gonna be a different style, but I'm down to try it. So I might do it at some point.
Yeah.
Who else did you see from day one that immediately stood out to you, and you're like, yeah, this guy's going to be good in Constructed? Was there any characters that you played against like that?
So what did I play against? So first round I played against it was a Springer mirror. So it was Springer, Dazzle Strike.
So yeah, he's going to be good.
And something else. And yeah, I think I'd already said. So I think Springer is just good. Like, drawing cards is always going to be good. And
yeah,
he's
the
got
filtering is so good.
Stats. He's a specialist, which isn't like the immediate go-to. for keywords, but you can make it work.
I don't know. There's a
Um,
lot of good specialist cards in the
There is
game.
there is definitely a lot of good stuff in specialists, but it's that random chance that specialists often offer.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. It's more of a
Um,
gamble.
yeah. But he's good stats. 6, 16, 2 on all sides. Always drawing cards. Going to bot mode. You've probably got a lot of cards. Playing
Yeah.
a bunch more. That just seems good. I can't see how that can be bad. So yeah, I think spring is really good. Sight seemed like great fun. I wouldn't be surprised if he breaks out somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think it was our only super on the day. But I can't remember if you pulled one or not.
I did pull
Mark,
one, but I didn't
you
play
did.
him.
Okay,
Yeah, I pulled
sure,
Sandblaster, but I didn't play him.
sure.
Maybe I
So
should
there
have
was
in
another.
hindsight, but hey, I wanted to do rainbow things, and Spinster was the key that I needed to play for that. I didn't really want to
He's
do.
at least got big numbers.
Yeah, I didn't want to commit to 2 wide. That was the thing. I could have just gone Spinster Sandblaster, but I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. So
I
we
would have
saw
died way
Lord
quicker.
Megatron get pulled on the day.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
And he seemed pretty scary.
He was.
In a 25 card versus a 25 card deck.
Yeah.
Like and
Yep.
the guy that pulled him, Nick, he's one of our newer players. He was fortunate enough as well to pull Fix It. So
Oh yeah, he did, didn't he?
being able to have System Reboot on tap, flip Megatron, mill your opponent for a load of cards, and that trigger happened quite a few times. I heard.
Ooh.
Nice.
So yeah, he's on my radar. I managed to pull him in my first couple of boxes. So yeah,
Yeah, me
hopefully
too.
we'll see a Lord
too.
Megatron in our local area soon.
Megatrons for everyone.
It's his time. It's his time to shine.
And if you were lucky enough to pull one of those boxes with like 17 in, then literally Megatrons for everyone.
Oh, that's really crazy. So, not only am I hearing of the super rare pull in the Transformers boxes,
Yeah.
recently at the store we had a very similar instance with Magic cards.
Oh, okay.
So we got the theme boosters,
Yeah.
where you get like the 5 colors, and you buy a booster which is set around one of the 5.
Yeah.
They're only supposed to have. It does say on it you're guaranteed at least one rare.
Okay.
But we've seen it on 2 occasions now where the like up to 50% of the pack is all rare.
Wow.
And they're like, whoa.
Yeah.
So someone was having another off day.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here, but it seems like they just something. Maybe it's the sorting machine or something. But it seems like one of the sheets has got like missed out of some packs, and then it's ended up in the other packs.
From what I can see, it looked like those people that were pulling all those supers, they weren't pulling the triple changes.
Yeah, the triple changer common sheet. Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's on a different sheet. So
yeah,
they're missing one out, adding additional one in, and it just so happened to be the super.
It's crazy.
So it is absolutely crazy, and I'm very jealous.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I've never seen anything like that before. That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely bonkers, and seeing it on video as well.
Yeah.
Was it Powered by Primus?
Yeah,
revealed one. So yeah, that was nuts.
Nuts.
Yep.
Nuts. Yeah.
Megatron
All in all,
literally taken over. It's just like
yeah.
I don't want just to be in one box. I want all of me in one box. I'm invading this one box. It's mine.
So I'd say the opening weekend was a pretty good success. We saw 17 players turn up. We've had a few old hands that have come from like the Wave 1 and Wave 2 seasons, and then return for Siege 2. So I don't know if it was just a timing thing, but that seems good. Like it's just bringing older players back, and it's bringing new players in. This whole set just seems way more accessible.
It was a great turnout. Pretty good.
I don't know how it was on your side, Kevin, for the Sunday.
So for the Sunday, I had my 6 regulars turn up. Didn't get any travellers this time. Hopefully, I appreciate it's on a Sunday. but it was we were I was hoping to get 10, but we had
Yeah.
6, which meant I was able to add 18 boosters to the prize pool based on the entries.
Mhm.
Yep.
So yeah, it was quite quick. We played like the we just played 3 rounds, and then the boosters went down. I think 5 and 6 both got a booster regardless, and then we staggered it up through
Cool.
the rest of the bracket
Nice.
standings. Yeah, just 6. I pulled a Springer and a Chop
Nice.
Chop and
Nice. Wow.
and my sealed pool was a lot better than it was the day before because I
Yeah.
was like, well, I've got these cards and I've got a showing off and I've got a whip and I know these cards are good together. And I built the team that you ran on the Saturday map. And
Yep.
and again, like just the amount of options you can give yourself by flipping, discard 1, draw 2.
It's incredible.
And you're like, I don't even need to play a card. It's fine.
It's like not only are you filtering your hand with good stuff and bad stuff, you're then on attack with sights. You're focusing and filtering your flip. So
Yep.
there's just so much. Just like, well, I'm just condensing everything and making everything I do really good.
Yeah, I mean,
and
that's going to be like the new aim of deck building. I think like that's what is going to be the good like mid-range decks in the game.
Yeah,
like 3
it's
wide
gonna be the
Brian,
core
it's
of
gonna be-
any-
You're trying to do that. You're going to get all the focus and all that other stuff, right?
Yeah, any mixed pick strategy, that's going to be the way to go.
Yeah.
I not once in my 3 rounds don't really have any issues, because the ability to just play play those extra cards on the turn you're swinging in with Springer, and if they've gone first, you're attacking their key guy, so you can
Yeah.
just run in. And I pulled 2 head-on collisions, so.
Ooh.
Nice.
I was able to be like, well, I don't even have to flip to robot mode if I've got one of these. I just
No,
Yeah.
that's
flip
the
back
beauty.
and forth my alt
Yeah,
modes.
he's
That
got
card's
2 good
really
alt
good.
modes.
You know, I can win for like 9, like just to have this in the face. And there's really not much that slowed me down. My first game was against Dan Lowry. I made 2 misplays, horrendous misplays in my first game. One of which included running in at like bold 4 against a safeguarded character because I was being special. And I was like, wow, that was a total mistake. And like, there's no like, I'm like, okay, I definitely like that will be my big mistake for the day. Like, I'll just, you know, and this was the first game of the day as well. I'm like, let's just get out early, whatever. And I generally thought that would have cost me the game by losing that much and just doing 3 damage. Right, I paid cards to do stuff, but it was on the armor, and you just forget about it. You know, I just forgot about the safeguard 3. I was like, yeah, hit your guy, and he's like, yeah, okay. I'm like, cool. I'm like, yeah, 7, Pierce 7. He was like, yeah, I'll take 3. And I'm like, oh, dear. So I was like, well, definitely not doing that again. But it didn't matter because I was just drawing more cards and then playing more cards than he was.
Sure.
So even with a huge mistake like that, Springer's ability was just like just kept me in the game. Like there was not much. You didn't. I quickly gained back what I'd lost. Essentially, the tempo plays that Springer gave me on the day, which is brilliant. And I just I won that game 2-0. I think Dan was playing Lockdown something.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a mixed team. And
Nice.
he had it was the mercenary that's stealth, so I think it is Lockdown.
Cool.
Mercenary the stealth. Is it not Deadlock?
Oh, Deadlock. Sorry, yeah, Deadlock. He was playing Deadlock, and that was really annoying because I was running an all was I was 2 Decepticons and an Autobot, so I couldn't swing in to his key guy, so I had to take out the other 2 guys first. And yeah, it was pretty annoying, but I got there in the end. Second game was against our newest player, Aaron, who was running Lockdown with idea stick cards under him, beat
Yeah.
him up, and he had he had Soldier's Blaster, I think, and he had a couple of other beefy weapons. So he
Did you have access to contract contingency and stuff as well?
Yeah, and that was quite scary because he had 2 big hitters. Then, if you put a card under Lockdown, he does hit pretty hard. So it was trying to keep Springer alive the longest, and just try and get there. The head-on collisions really helped in that matchup, just to buff his attack up to enough and just keep getting there. But yeah, that went 2-0 for me. The hardest game of my day was against Simon Monday, who had
Always Simon.
Always Simon. He's
Always Simon.
He was able to build a very, very scary deck. He had Spinister with Dazzle Strike and the hoverboard.
Ooh,
Oh wow.
Yeah, I used the hoverboard with Spencer.
And of course, the hoverboard says you can't play more than 1 card a turn, right?
2.
So
2
cards a turn.
Yeah.
So my big offensive maneuver was
with Springer.
With Springer was dead until I got rid of Turbo Board. And so I was like, well, okay, I don't need to worry about flipping to bot mode. That's fine. I think I used Chop Shop a bit more in this matchup because the heal was quite relevant. But I was very fortunate to have 2 repurpose in my deck. I think
Nice.
that was the day before. I had 1 repurpose in my deck.
Oh, okay, but still, that's still really useful. Like
So
that's a lot of healing.
I had outs.
Yeah.
And I was even running the Triptychon card because it was a single green pip, and I wanted to give 2 to all my guys. Just it's dead until I flip down Chop Shop and I can discard it. Whatever, it's fine. So the 1 repurpose was very relevant in that matchup because in both games I was able to 2-shot the hoverboard, get rid of it, and then 2-shot the Dazzle Strike and get rid of it at a later date. So Spinister was never too scary.
Sure.
And then just try and power through. And then once Turbo Board was off, I was like, okay, now I can flip to bot mode, do my stuff. Bold 6, have some fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was pretty. The ability to 2-shot with Springer. I think I led out with Springer on my second attack in both the games because I wanted to get Turbo Board off the board. And once it was gone, it was a lot easier. I could do stuff, and yeah, he couldn't quite keep enough damage on Spinister to scare me with keep getting rid of his Battle Masters. So yeah, it was good. It was good.
Really good.
And then yes, we played those 3 games. Before the 3rd round, I offered Simon to split the boosters evenly, and he was fine. I think we both got an extra 6. Because I think the winner would have had 7, and then the second had 5, so we just split it. Just nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
just like, yeah, cool, whatever. So that we were just like playing, and then that was it. Yeah, so I 3-0'd the day with Crazy Spinster showing off whip and chop shop and healing, and then Sights does a lot of work. The especially in sealed when you're like, oh, that's a black pit work, stay there.
Yeah.
Especially when he goes in, it's nice. So and the +1/+1 is quite key. Not the armor's not as key in fairness because of a lot of Pierce coming in anyway.
Sure, yeah, that's what I was getting at. Like, aside from the Pierce, but like if you've got like big attackers, like Astro Train, for instance,
Yep, it does.
then it
does
becomes
help.
more relevant. You're just
Yeah.
kind of chunk blocking huge amounts of damage.
So that felt really good, and I do think Sights is going to see a lot of constructed play in mixed pip decks.
Yeah.
If I could run him in Captain Jetfire, I probably would, but
Doesn't leave you with much else, does it?
it doesn't leave you with much else at all. So, I think at that point you just have a bigger character, or you play the 3 wide with your 2 little planes. So that was day, and then we just played some Wave 4 constructed afterwards because we had new decks built that we wanted to try. So
Yeah.
it was a nice day of Transformers action in Southampton, and then I think we finished it off with a game of Marvel Champions in the evening. So that was nice.
Wicked.
Nice.
I just want to jump in. I've been trying to jump in all the time, but we've been so
That's all right.
excited about what's happened. You can probably hear there's a uninvited guest on our speakers on our microphone. So yeah, there's a bit of work, housework going on in the house at the moment. So unfortunately, we've got some drilling to put up with. Hopefully, it's not too intrusive, and you can still hear what we're talking about, and it should be all fine for the next episode. But yeah.
No worries.
yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
But yeah, so it was a really good weekend of Sealed, and
Yeah.
now that the release weekender is over and none of us are going to PAX, we can put Sealed in the box for another 4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun for like a day.
It was
or
really
like
good.
2 days, or
Yeah.
but yeah.
It's certainly a format that I would quickly go back to. If someone said, here's a few, do you fancy doing another Sealed? Like in the situation I'm in right now, I wasn't able to get like a full set of cards, so it's actually, you
Right.
know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do another Sealed.
I
I'd be
would
happy with that.
actually be interested to try the format that they're going to do at PAX, because they're doing a split of Siege, right? They're doing
Yep.
some Wave 3 and some Wave 4.
Yeah, that too.
3 and 3, I believe.
So
And,
I would actually be interested to try that, just to see what it's like.
yeah,
Having
I'm not-
now played that one, I have a lot more confidence in that format.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it
yeah.
certainly felt a lot better. As we said, Sealed is not our favourite format, but 3 rounds of 3 Siege 1, 3 Siege 2, now knowing what both formats felt like, I think I imagine the US players have already been doing reps of 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Almost certainly.
in,
Almost
in,
certainly.
in the run up. So it would be very interesting to see the results of those 3 rounds there in the middle of the day.
Yeah. I'm not sure what time it's going to be, like our time zones, but it's going to be fun to follow along.
Yeah, I'm hoping
Yeah,
there's going to be some good, some live streams.
Good
going
coverage.
on. I wanna
Yeah.
see
Yeah,
good
nice.
coverage.
Well, I mentioned
Oh,
In-
sorry. It's my
in our
phone.
chat. Oh, hello.
I should have put that on mute
yeah.
before we started.
I'd mentioned in the chat I'd like, for like our local crowds to kind of, if we can, to get together and watch the stream if there's such a thing. I think it'd be quite a cool night, or whenever it is.
I'm just hoping a baby face wins. That's all I'm asking for.
Well, we got to train up Wayne. We got to get him nice and buff.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Not that
Yeah,
he's
Wayne-
not buff
Wayne's
already.
gone out.
He is buff
And,
already, but a good training montage, I think. Get those
Yeah.
reps in.
I mean, everyone needs a montage, right?
And let's not forget Ben Saunders as well of the
Yeah, of course,
European
Ben.
Open. So
Yeah.
uh,
Like we were originally planning to get him on after the Energon Open, but I think I'm gonna try and get him on to talk about that still, but then also his preparation for going to America.
that seems reasonable. Yeah, like between us all, like time's just kind of got away from us.
Yeah,
New
since the
sets coming
Open,
out
like
and
everything's
just-
been
yeah.
crazy.
It's
But
Yeah,
it's been like a month, right, since the Open.
I
That's
don't know. Like
A little over?
It's so much has happened since then. It's just like it feels like ages ago, but it hasn't been that long. Like that's the thing.
yeah.
But yeah, we are looking forward to seeing the results and the coverage from the PAX Unplugged event. It's going to
Yeah.
be it's going to be an interesting field. I think having already played with some Wave 4 and updated some decks and put some new stuff together, there's a lot of cards that are gonna make a splash.
Yeah, do you want to talk about that quickly? What you guys have been like tweaking and updating? Like I know I think Kevin, you've had a little playtest session. You said after the tournament on Sunday.
Yeah, we've had a look. So I immediately upon cracking my boxes of Wave 4, set to first updating the decks that I intend to continue playing. So the Soundwave deck that I've been on for a while has been updated slightly.
Right.
But I decided that I wanted to try new things as well.
Sure.
I pulled Captain Jetfire,
Nice.
which is the rare that I was most excited to play with.
Okay, good.
In fact, I pulled him and General Optimus in the same box, and I'm like, well,
Oh,
I know
wow.
what I'm doing with I know what I'm doing with Jetfire. Optimus can go over there for a while.
Yeah, nice.
And I slapped together a quick Jetfire list.
Sweet.
I did some testing on the Friday night with him, and I paired him with Six Gun because I thought, hey, that looks like synergy. You know, it's going to be mixed pip. I can run like Energon axes and grenade launchers and erratic lightnings. You know, that seems good, right? And Six Gun can come in, slap you in the face, he gets killed, goes on Jetfire, and then I'm drawing all those cards. But actually, what happened was I was drawing like. I wasn't seeing the weapons to make Six Gun's first attack relevant anyway. And then when he died, I was like, well, now I've got all of these upgrades that don't get played on Jetfire because I've got two Six Gun parts on him. And it just didn't. It just felt that I was trying to. The initial build was trying to do too many different things, and then those things didn't actually have any synergy. So I was like, well, that's probably not the greatest plan for now. So I was like, well, I'm sure someone else can make Jetfire Six Gun a thing. So I put Six Gun to the side and I slotted in Fire Drive instead.
Oh, everyone's favorite.
Because I took Fire Drive Dreadwing to the EU Open, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it did pretty well.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of running a mixed pip version of that deck in Captain Jetfire.
Okay.
With the idea that you're drawing, like, you're flipping up and doing a 5-card treasure hunt and getting 3 or 4 cards every time. You might as well have something to do with that silly hand size.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
Fire Drive can come in and do the swing, and you can discard your cards, and it's all good, and you don't have to worry too much about your hand getting wrecked because Jetfire is going to draw you more cards. In fact, I had some playtest games where I got checkpointed for like 7 cards and left me with 2 actions, and I was still able to just be like, yeah, it's cool. Well, one of these cards means I can fish an escape route. I'm going to flip down and flip up. I'm going to find 3 or 4 cards. I'm going to have the constant fuel for Fire Drive. So it's like a blunt forced object. It's very, very basic in its strategy. It's probably not as interesting as I'd like it to be, but swinging in, hitting for a lot of damage, and then being able to soak up a lot of damage by slapping a handheld blaster to the top is quite nice. And yeah, it is very weird. It is very weird to play a deck where you go, oh yeah, handheld blaster. Oh yeah, improvise shield.
Yeah.
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 And someone played espionage against me, and I was like, well, improvise shield's the best card in this 3-card hand.
Yeah.
When do you say that? So
Yeah.
it was that's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Nice.
I would say anyone should give him a try. 16 stars is a lot,
Yeah, it is a lot.
you can. It's probably better 3 wide with your 2 little planes that I've seen people doing, because you can have more turns to suit up Jetfire, but he doesn't really need to be suited up with anything.
Okay.
Yeah, he seemed really intimidating because we played a game.
He's good fun. He's good fun. So definitely have a go with a Jetfire list if you haven't yet. He's good fun to play with. I had a chat with a couple of Brighton players about Omega Supreme.
Yeah.
Okay. Was
I
it Joe?
pulled, yeah, Joe. I had a chat with Joe. We've been chatting about a couple of decks that we're building at the moment.
Good.
Nice.
And he was like, "Yeah, Omega Supreme's quite fun.
He
Have a
is really
go."
fun.
And yes, I had a few games playing Omega Supreme. Unfortunately, the first time I built him, I sat across against a 2-wide aggro deck.
Okay.
which
Two
was
white
like-
aggro.
Yeah, he built Springer Sandstorm
Wow.
and just put all of like the bold cards in
Okay.
and was just flipping all of the oranges. And I'm not running any anti-bold tech in Supreme without a sideboard, right?
Yeah.
So I
yeah.
was just like, cool, one bit dies, another bit dies, and then I combine, and then I die. But
Yeah. Yeah.
so that those games didn't go very well. But I tried him again on Sunday against blue teams, and he has the edge because you can, once you combine, unless they're running a lot of Pierce, you can soak up more damage, and then your attack stat is kind of higher.
And he's got
and
PS4, right?
And he's got PS4, and also the ability to scrap 4 cards to discard, to scrap all of their upgrades. Is
Oh
quite
yeah,
relevant.
when he's attacking. Yeah. Yeah.
So you're like, well, your tough paddings are all gone.
Yeah. That is really good.
Have 7 to the face, 10 if it's an Energon Axe on him. 10 tier 6 is quite good.
Yeah. Nice.
And
I
he's
think
good
I'll.
fun.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
really
going to be building him for sure. I'm missing one piece which I'll be getting on tomorrow, I think, if Matt's going to be down there. So yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm going to build him too. The artwork on that card when he's
question-
combined is great.
The question
very good.
did come up is what happens if your opponent cycles on your attack. So if one of your pieces attacks
It's attacking.
and their defense flip mills them,
Yeah.
so you combine, but is
Yeah.
your attack now the Omega attack, or is it still the Omega piece attack?
Right.
It has been, I believe it has been said. It's not in a rules roundup yet, I don't think, but you do get the 7 attack. base.
PS4. Nice.
So yeah, that was good fun.
That's pretty good because you can time that, right? So you can be like tapped out and know that you're going to be going with like some guy who's going to do no damage, but you know that you're going to combine by looking at their deck, so you don't really care. You're just like, sweet.
Don't really care. It's like, sweet, deal with this. And if they're coming in, I haven't tested him against 3-wide aggro yet, or 4-wide aggro. It will be curious to see if he can soak up enough damage.
Yeah, that's my
before he
question with him.
combines.
Yeah.
The 2-wide aggro deck is a bit of an anomaly. I don't think that's going to be around in a huge way, but he definitely wasn't soaking up bold 9. I think bold 12. I had bold 12 come
Wow.
at me, and that was sad times.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So yeah, but he's a lot of fun. And then I think I'm cooking up a control cars list.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, I want to play.
Is it a daring escape control cars list?
It's not Daring Escape, no.
Okay.
Although
That's the coward's way out.
that maybe.
Yeah, I agree, but
No. To be fair, I've said it before. Blue control decks don't have a great finishing move.
yeah,
Okay, so they can control the game down, but they don't have a great finishing shot.
Mhm.
I think Fire Drive has been the one that's been the most obvious for me, because if you're controlling, you're usually drawing cards anyway.
yeah. So you got
because
those cards to
more
spare.
cards
Yeah,
is easier.
Slow
to
and steady
control.
wins the race.
Yeah. So I'm
theory.
quite happy to see. I'm quite happy to see Daring Escape as a different way for control decks to win.
yeah, sure, sure. I just hate the
I-
concept of it.
It
Cowardly
really grinds your-
Autobots running
it
away
grind-
and winning
it
the game.
grinds
No.
Grinds your gears, I guess.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so I'm looking at that. There's no Daring Escape in it yet because you can play Daring Escape in a few ways, right? As the article that went up recently says, you can either play it, the slow way or the fast way. Which is, the fast way is I draw lots of cards and then I play my one copy of Daring Escape and I win. And there's lots of ways to deal with that. Like before that happens, there are a lot of cards in the set that will stop that game plan. Because as we know with combo decks, if you can stop them on their key turn, you will slow them down enough, and hopefully you should be able to make up the difference. But playing a Daring Escape every now and then, whilst you're controlling the game, I guess it is a clock, right? It is a ticking clock there that your opponent's going to have to worry about if they can't finish you off quickly. But at the same time, you're then also doing you're damaging by other ways. And
sure.
Well. So you're looking at winning the game one of two ways rather than just the usual way that we've been winning games. So having, as a control player, it's a good option to have. So I'm toying around with that because I was like, well, I want to play cars in defense because the 6 stand is still relevant. Because you then get more turns or more actions. You can play mercenaries, to do mercenary things if you want. And yeah, so it's just tweaking at the moment. I'm not sure if I'm going to stay at 4 wide or go down to 3, because I do have a Cliff Jumper, and he's pretty good in defensive cast lists.
Yeah, he is.
But I'll see. I'll see what happens. I built it because I wanted to play with the new Mirage because I think he's brilliant. 7 stars, 13 health with a card draw ability and a inherent tough 2 if you're playing all of these new controlling secret actions.
He looked great to me when he got revealed as well.
It seems good, yeah.
Yeah. So Love Knife, as a control fan at heart, it's nice to see all these secret actions. It's always nice to see an armament go off, destructive armaments, obviously, to kill their weapons. That happened to me a couple of times in Sealed on Sunday. I think characters coming in with a big weapon or 2, and I'm just like, well, there's an armament. So I think twice someone went weapon dual wield on a mercenary and came in with two weapons. I was like, yeah, armaments. And made them sad.
I was fortunate enough to have 2 in my pool. And I got a chance to use it on Weapon Masters, Battle Masters a couple of times. So yeah,
that card is fun, and the tough 3 on the defense as well. I mean,
that card's hella good. In the limited testing that I've been doing, like by myself, that card that was one of the changes I made to Soundwave, because I took out my evasive maneuvers and put in the secret action that does the same thing because it's better. It can't get bashing shield before it goes off. That was good. But yeah, there's a lot of control options. It's nice to see that happen. And as we thought, there have been very few aggro decks appear instantly. I know it's only been a few new
days.
ones anyway. Yeah, I haven't seen any new ones.
Yeah,
I have seen a new one, but I haven't played against it. But the general Optimus Prime with your 3 battle patrol guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that they've gone aggro with that?
Yeah, because everything.
Is it battle patrol or is it with the truck? I think it might have been with the off-road.
It's the off-road.
It's the off-road, yeah.
Off-road, yeah, because everything has bold 2.
Ooh.
Yep.
So you're like, that's
bold from the Lord and bold from Optimus.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. I can see that.
I imagine I'll be playing against that this evening for the first time, and I'll see if my defense strategies can suck it up.
Yeah. Nice.
But so that could be a thing. But yeah, I haven't seen anything else yet. But I'm sure there is something there. It would just be, it's just cool to be like, oh, maybe there's an aggro deck that can out aggro all of these control decks that we're seeing at the moment.
I mean, I have maybe kind of that. Like those are the kind of decks that I've been working on. I've been working on more black pip aggressive decks. So still trying to get big damage, but through black pips. Because then that gives you, because you can have use the disruptor blades and like crowbars and stuff to still get the base stat buffs for damage, but then you're against blues, you're flipping so many blacks that you're basically doing the same anyway.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that with Devastator, which we've spoken about a little bit in previous episodes, and then I'm trying that with Trypticon as well. Not sure if that's the right thing to do, but there's a lot of, well, he gives all the other guys bold, right, in city mode. So to me, that's an indication that either it's there to help you find the greens, the battlefield incursions, or it's there because it's because it's like a hint, like you need to go aggressive. Usually that would be orange, right? But now we have the black pips, so that allows you to not have to play cards on the small guys, because that's the issue in that deck, because you need to play a card to bring out a small guy.
Mm-hmm.
So if you play the incursion, bring out a small guy, flip Trypticon back to city mode, give the small guy bold one, going with him, like you haven't even played an upgrade, so you still have an upgrade to do before you attack. So you don't even have to do that on the small guy. You can either, if it's an armor, you can try and protect him from dying, or you can try and beef up Trypticon for next turn. But yeah, it just means you don't have to play cards on the small guys, I think, because they've all got 3 base, except for Full Tilt, he's 2. So they don't need cards. That's the same concept as the Black Pip Devastator. You don't need to play cards on them because their base stats will just get the pierce from the Black Pips they're flipping. So
very good.
I'm just trying to apply that concept, but we'll see.
I mean,
so
it's definitely a good.
Yeah, it's just whether it's going to work against orange decks is the thing, because they're just going to do more damage than you. You can still kind of compete, but it's close. So that's what I need to test more, because you are basically playing an orange mirror. Neither of you have any blues, so you're just relying on your base stats. But they're reliably putting out more damage because they're flipping oranges on attacks. So.
Yep.
But yeah, apart from that, like Trypticon's the only new deck that I've really built. Other than that, I've just been updating stuff. So I've slotted a few cards into Superion, some new burn cards. I updated it was a double Wheeljack list with Captain Wheeljack, messing around with Brainstorms and presses, but obviously that's now gone. So I've changed that to that deck was fun. It was fun. It was fun for the person playing it. It wasn't much fun for the person playing against it, I don't think. But I've now gone with Deadlock instead. So it's Wheeljack, Deadlock, Fire Drive, and basically that just allows you to manipulate the sequencing. So you flip Deadlock, go with Fire Drive. Next turn you flip Deadlock back, go with Deadlock. He now has Stealth, so they have to go Fire Drive twice in a row. So you're pretty much guaranteeing that he's going to die without you needing the Piece of Tyranny or anything like that. You protect your Deadlock, and then Wheeljack's just going to go big because he's going to have the Bold and Fire Drive on him. So you're just trying to make that as consistent as possible. And yeah, in the limited testing that I've done, it seems to be going well. But I will find out more tomorrow, hopefully, because that's one of the decks I want to play tomorrow in our test session, our Thursdays.
Nice.
Look
forward to that.
Fun. Are you doing anything crazy with the mercenary cards?
Not in that deck. That's just a kind of generic. It's kind of like, I guess originally it was based off is it Fire B? Is that what it was? It's Cliff Jumper, B, and Fire Drive.
Oh right, yes, gotcha.
So I still don't have Cliff Jumper. So I was like, what can I do with 2 other cars and Fire Drives? And I was like, Wheeljack. That seems fun. So then that has now evolved into this Wheeljack, Deadlock, Fire Drive list. So we'll see how that goes. It's just basically, like a 3 wide, kind of 2 wide, because it's a Battle Master, aggressive cars deck. Just trying to untap a lot, swing big, usual car things.
Yep,
Excellent.
I like it.
The only sacrifice I make is that I can't use Confidence anymore because I'm using Deadlock.
Sure.
Is
Yeah.
that a huge issue?
Yes, because it helps you fish for your start your engine and still play them in the same turn.
Okay, knowing that hijack is now a card, are you
Yeah.
less? Are you less? Yeah, is it less of
Yeah,
an issue now?
it is a bit less, but that also depends on how often people are going to play hijack. So we'll see.
I definitely would not want my confidence to get hijacked. That would feel very bad.
Yeah, that would. Feel
No,
good.
yeah, I can see it being a sideboard thing. I'm not sure many would run it in their main deck.
Mhm.
So I think
I
it
don't
should be
know.
okay for a while. I guess
If
it depends on how prevalent natural card drawing abilities become.
Yeah,
Because at the moment, it's not like outside of like Cliff Jumper and maybe like Shockwave. I don't see it that often.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
now we've got a
yeah.
couple of more options, obviously in Springer and I guess Fire Drive is
Yeah,
a
I was
thing.
gonna say Fire Drive is the only one that I can think of.
But he draws you one extra.
Yeah, and he has to
Um,
attack,
Yeah.
so he
yeah.
has to still be alive to do that. Like he's
Yeah.
probably only gonna do that once, maybe twice, right?
I mean,
Uh-huh.
it's obviously going to be incredibly good against cars, right? Because
Oh,
it's
Drag
got
Strip. That's the other one.
Cliff
Drag strip can
Jumper,
happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bumblebee, like hijack.
Yeah, there's definitely the people there's the bots there to do it.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure how often it happen like it
No,
actually
yeah,
comes
yeah,
up.
sure.
Like
But
for it to be like a like yes,
cards
I'm going to put
like
hijack in my main.
yeah, if cards like hijack and overheat, so overheat the stops the orange and black pips.
Yeah, it is overheat, but that's
Yeah,
8 cards they need to flip.
It is 8 cards that need to flip, but if you see like those cards are basically just silver bullets, right?
Yeah.
If you come up against a matchup, like if you know that you're weak against those sort of decks, you can have a couple in your sideboard, and
Yep.
if you see them at the right time and you can play them well, they can be incredibly damaging. So it's nice to see that the secret actions are the very much the trap cards of Transformers, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what decks will get the most out of those particular cards and other secret actions.
Yeah,
like,
secret actions are that's going to be the most interesting thing that's going to like evolve, I think, through this wave. Is even more because we saw it a lot towards the end of wave 3 anyway, like people adapting to playing around them, and then other people putting in the silver bullet ones just to like throw people off because they'll see one get flipped and then they're always thinking, oh, maybe he's got more, maybe I should be careful about that.
And then they forget that actually it's just a Battlefield Report.
Yeah, it could just be yeah, exactly. It could just be something inconsequential.
If you're a skilled enough player to be able to set those traps, and you're playing against another player of equal skill, you will be able to bluff them into playing differently, regardless of what secret action you have, right?
Yeah,
so
sure.
A good player will see you set a secret action, and they'll go, "Well, if it is this, I should do this.
Yeah.
If it is this, I should do this. If it is this, I should do this."
And then figure out which one of those is the best. Yeah.
And even then you can still manipulate their decision points as they're there by going, well, it was just such and such. So, and even if they have played around it, if they do play around the armaments or the hijack, you've still stopped them doing that turn.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to the play and counterplay and the trap setting and the bluffing and everything that's going to come.
Yeah, the bluffing is going to be the most interesting, I think.
Yeah, and that's why I say that a player of equal skill, because newer players, much like say playing poker,
Yeah.
you can't bluff a newer player until they've come to that point where they understand what's happening, and then you can manipulate them. So it's like it's going to be really cool. It's going to be something that will help new players climb up the skill pole a bit higher, a bit faster as well. You'll quickly get to where you need to be once you've played around with those cards a while. So yeah, it's I think they've done a really good job of certainly balancing the meta it's nice to see a lot of Decepticon lists being built.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good.
Mm-hmm. It's just refreshing to see purple on the table instead of all
Yep.
Yeah.
red.
Yep. It's just nice. It's nice. I'm really excited to see how the big event goes coming up. It's going to be a good open.
Yeah, Matt, what have you been doing as well with your new stuff?
So I haven't had a good chance to really sit down. I've just kind of done a bit of theory testing, or theory building even. And after my pulls, I was like, well, I do want to build something new. And I pulled that really nice, shiny looking Megatron. So
Yeah.
I feel like I want to build something with him. I'm not entirely sure on where to go, but I'll have something with me for him tomorrow.
Okay.
Other than that, after saying about how with Overheat you need to flip 8 cards, I've been thinking about Grimlock and the whip and showing off
Oof,
quite a
yes.
lot.
I mean,
So
yeah. ever since you've said that to me, like, it hasn't got my brain like worrying so much, but I want to see you do it.
yeah, I want to see me do it.
Yeah.
I do.
So,
I
yeah.
just don't want to be sat across the table when you do.
No, I'll take it. I'll take one for the team just to see it happen.
Take it for the giggles.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if it's just going to be too much work for it to have like one minor payoff,
Mhm.
or what, but it sounds fun, and
It
so I want
does.
to
It
give
does
that a
sound real
shot.
fun.
So that's another thing I'm hoping to have done. And the other thing is Springer. Like
Yeah.
he just seems nuts, and I just don't know where to go with him. So
Sure.
my initial thought was similar to what Kevin was saying with Jetfire and Fire Drive, was to just, yeah, I've got so many cards, let's do something with them. So yeah, have Fire Drive with him and something else, and load up for a big attack, and maybe with a steamroll. I don't know, but that kind of idea.
Kevin loves a steamroll.
He does love a steamroll,
I do love a steamroll. I do.
and you know I like Grimlock, so
Yeah. So yeah. I mean,
let's make him
I like
him
Grimlock
everywhere.
too. He's in my sideboard. He's always in my sideboard of my Starscream deck. It's like my second 2-wide character. It's not good, but I just love Grimlock.
Yeah, he's just solid.
Springer jumps out to me as very much a tempo deck card, where you maybe don't play cards straight away, and your opponent gets a little bit ahead. But as soon as you're able to make that big turn when you do your flip and you spam out another 3 cards out of nowhere, those 3 cards should really be able to close the gap, maybe even overtake your opponent at that point, from out of nowhere, and then like stay ahead, because you're going to be then continue being drawing more cards and maybe controlling the game through different means.
Yeah, it's possible.
He's a very fun card. For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think there's lots you can do with him.
Yeah.
Like you can give him a conversion engine and just not even need to flip him, because every turn you're going to get an extra flip from him and get his trigger.
Mm-hmm.
So I can then have a team where I can flip other characters, not him, and him, and just draw a bajillion cards.
Yeah.
So I think there's lots of cool things you can do. You can potentially play Swerve to draw more cards. Probably don't need to, because his defense isn't any better. But there's things
Yeah.
you can do.
There's options and potential.
Yeah, there's lots. Yeah, he's really exciting. I can't not do something with him.
So he's gonna be your pet project for this wave then.
Possibly, yeah, we'll see. I could get burnt out really quick.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I do like drawing cards. I like playing lots of actions and stuff. So like after
Oh
playing
yeah, I
Menasor
forgot
for
one
a
of
while.
the decks
So
that I updated. I'm just looking at him on my desk right now. I put the whip, because you were talking about Grimlock. I put the whip
Yep.
in Metroplex, and I've been trying that, and yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Have
just
you
yeah.
the whip's
been
great.
whipping it real good?
Yeah. It seems real fun. Like you can change the sequencing of the deck as well. Like you don't necessarily have to go in bot mode for the trigger. You can just whip, get bold 4, get bold 5
Yeah.
from the guy you bring out, and still go in with Metroplex in city mode, give him a bit more base defense. And then if you wanted to mess around with the ratio, you could probably play a more defensive, like blue style Metroplex list.
Yeah,
Just to
and it won't be
slant
too
more
damaging.
blue. Yeah, and just
Yeah, he still gets the +1.
figure out a way to
so-
stack the trigger when you need it, rather than just going for it all the time. But I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Maybe that's wrong, but it's an option.
It's worth playing with.
Yeah.
I think it was
Intriguing.
interesting that you both brought up Cliff Jumper earlier.
Right.
After
Oh yeah.
both myself and Kevin recently bit the bullet.
You took the
And,
gamble.
yeah.
We did take the
some-
gamble, yeah.
Some might say we lost, but we'll see. There was a recent announcement on the run-up to Siege 2, and that was
Yep.
the new set that's due out around Christmas time.
The slow burn
um,
reveal on Twitter.
Slow burn. Wow, that was
Slow
slow burn.
The slowest of all the
Um,
burns. It was fun for like 2 days, and then everyone in our group chat was just like,
It's just
"Yeah,
like, I just
we
want it
don't,
over now.
we don't care anymore. just tell us what it is." Like,
Yeah.
It was
But-
a slow roll.
After deciphering the Cybertronian text, it turned out it stood for Energon Edition.
yeah,
It's a new big fancy box set that
Yeah.
they're going to have
I mean,
what seems like
I
a limited
kind-
print run.
I kind of called it, but it's not the same as what I like. The concept product, right? I was like, it's basically like a from the vault kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like they do in
yeah.
Magic, where it's just like a little collector's box of like certain cards, and yeah, they've got like shiny new artwork and stuff, and it's packaged nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this has gone
It's
like
packaged-
beyond that.
Yeah, so you're getting the 6 like
Characters.
lead characters
Yeah.
of that Wave 1 cycle.
Yeah.
Battlefield Legend, Living Weapon. You're getting
Cliff Jumper, Slipstream.
and Nemesis and Super Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Not only that, like it just initially opening the box, you just get those 6 characters.
But they're not just
Uh,
normal. They're not just normal versions of the characters.
They're,
That'd
they're
be
not
too
just the
easy.
normal versions. Yeah,
No.
so they're alternate arts. They're
yeah.
foil, I believe, on both sides.
Yes.
They're on semi-transparent plastic.
Yes, they're like
Uh,
laminated, like almost like like a card, like you have to access a building, like
Yeah.
that style. Like they are like actual cards made of plastic, and they're transparent. Yeah, they're foil. on
They're
both
really fancy.
sides. They look
They're-
real fancy. Yeah.
They are very, very cool.
And then you're getting a bunch of Energon-looking dice for
Damage,
health
dice.
counters and stuff.
Yeah.
Then you're getting a box of Wave 1.
Yeah, that was
Uh,
the thing that right. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but they revealed it on Twitter with a video, right?
Yeah.
So I watched the video. The video only showed the 6 characters.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
that's
I think
all
you're
I
not
see.
the only one to make that.
I didn't click the link and then
Yeah.
read through because I was like, oh, the video would have explained everything, right? Cool, we're getting 6 characters. So then I jump in the group chat and everyone's like, oh man, it costs this much. And I'm like, wait, what? It costs this much for just 6 characters? But yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's not.
It's-
There's like all this other stuff. So
It's
yeah,
all this
that,
other stuff.
that was a bit of a
And-
like a non-start, like a misfire with their with the announced tweet. But hey, that could have just been me.
I don't think you were the only one to miss that. That
Right.
it was with a Wave 1.
Yeah, 'cause
but,
that's-
like,
makes
that
all
made
the
a
difference.
huge difference.
Yes, that
yeah,
makes all
for
the
a lot
difference.
of people. And like you could break it all down and go like, yeah, okay, I can break even, or I can, make extra if you really wanted to break it down and sell it off.
Yeah,
But
but it's
actually,
not even about that. It's just
that
like
wave,
the value
it's not
for
even
money.
about that.
Like, yeah,
It's
just
just
like
great.
you're getting a box of Wave 1, you're getting nice, shiny, exclusive, alternate art, plastic, holographic, from the future, telepathic, whatever else they are. They've got all the features. Like, they're crazy.
And
They
that's
look-
not all though. Like you're getting for each of those 6 characters.
Oh, yeah, you're getting battle
a,
cards as well. We
a
forgot
play
about
set
this.
of battle cards that relates to them.
And they're
So
foil too,
for- And I think they're foil and
Yeah,
they're
but-
alternate art.
which is like a first as well, because we haven't
That's
had
great.
foil battle cards yet.
No, yeah, I hope this is a sign of things to come because
Yeah.
we've mentioned foil battle cards before, and I think
It's
I
a
quite like the
it's a
idea.
dangerous slope though. It's a slippery slope, guys. I'm warning you.
It is. It
I
is.
still have my
what-
foiled out burn deck in Magic because I refused to get rid of it because I spent so much time and money collecting all those foil cards.
But it looks so pretty, right?
Yeah, I know it does. That's the thing. Like, and you get so perfectionist about it. You can't have any non-foil cards. Like once you started, it's like, no, I need to. No, I can have not. No, they must all be shiny. It's dangerous.
Yeah, I understand.
And
And then you just end up running a deck that's only got one foil, and
Oh,
then you're like, well, but the other two cards aren't foil.
yeah,
I can't play them
no.
now.
Oh no, it's unacceptable.
But yes,
Um,
it is a very, very good product.
Yes, very good. And it's coming out holiday time, right? End of November.
I think the idea is that it comes out in around December, early
Yeah.
December. From what I can gather, it seems like it's on a limited run, i.e., they've already printed it.
Yeah.
It's already made,
Mhm.
or at the printing, one or the other.
Yeah.
And there's not likely to be another run. With
it'll
these
just be
big
like a
fancy gift
one-off.
sets
Yeah, it will be a one-off
that
thing.
the Wizards have done in the past for Magic, as an example.
Yeah.
They usually do them as a one-off around Christmas or at a point in the year,
Yeah.
and they're just a one-off print run. So I think if you want them, they're at
You got to
They're
grab it right now, like when it comes out.
yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to be at the whims of third-party resellers on eBay.
And if
They're-
you've been asking for Cliff Jumper and Slipstream to be reprinted for the last year, well,
Yeah.
This-
got your
this is-
wish.
Yeah, this is your chance
Unfortunately,
to. Yeah, you have to pay a bit of money, but this is your chance to show them that this is what they should have done.
So
So I don't know. I,
think-
guess vote with your wallet, right? As always. With
It's-
anything.
yeah, it's penned in at $200. So translate that to UK.
It's like
That's
140,
about
150.
160.
Okay.
Like let's go over and say 160,
Yeah,
170. That's
yeah.
not even that bad.
No, that's
I'd
what I mean.
say.
Like a box is at the moment like what 70, 80, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, for wave one, probably
So-
more because they're harder to get hold of at the
I-
moment.
I think on top of collectors that would want all of these extra fancy versions of the cards, for someone that's is new to the game or potentially looking at the game, we've said
That's a
before,
good- it's a good start. Yeah,
with
yeah.
wave one,
Yeah.
and you're getting these characters straight out of the box.
You're getting you don't
Plus,
even
you're getting the box,
yeah. So you might
which
even
is gonna
open
have all
another
of the-
Nemesis, another Optimus, another all this other stuff.
or even not,
Yeah.
just furnishing your collection with
Yeah,
more
yeah.
characters. But like
And-
for someone just getting into the game or wanting to get into the game, 170 quid seems like a great Christmas gift.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it does.
you're getting a box. Because like, how much is Cliff Jumper and Slipstream like that pack? How much? Well, I don't know if you want to say how much you guys paid for yours, but like, I don't know what
It's
the
enough.
asking price is at the moment.
It
But
was,
I'm sure
it was around
It's
the
mo-
same.
it's more than the
Yeah.
Energon edition, right?
I'll say yes.
Okay. But that's my point though. Like you're getting the two characters from that and all this other stuff for like and a box of wave one for like this price. Like that's good. It's real good.
Yep.
I know that a few negative comments about it have been, well, what about all out attack and tandem targeting?
Yeah, I can see that. But maybe
But
they're
they-
just going to ban those cards.
I mean, it depends on how we know that Wizards have said they will not be looking at rotation until the end of 2020.
At the earliest,
But
yeah. At
at
the
the
very
earliest.
earliest, yeah.
However, if we are to assume that rotation is going to happen eventually,
I
Mhm.
think if it's on there, if they're going to address it at some point, then it will happen
then
at some point. I think.
theoretically, if they rotate Wave 1 out at some point,
Yeah.
that gets rid of all out attack and tandem targeting system.
Yeah.
But due to
They
the
could-
release of Energon Edition, you
Yeah.
keep Cliff Jumper and Slipstream
Yeah, I can kind of see it.
and Nemesis and
Yeah.
B and Prime and Megatron, right? Those,
Yeah.
if that's how that's how they could do it. They could say that the Energon Edition, whilst it is based on Wave 1, is not Wave
It's
1.
its own separate thing, yeah.
It is part of
It's
it was
Wave
released- it was released
4.5.
in Wave 4, right? It's part of Wave 4. So
Yeah.
sure, when Wave 4 cycles, then maybe the Energon Edition
Cycles with it.
cycles.
Sure.
Of course,
Yeah,
they
that
could
would
do
make
it the other
sense.
way. They could do it the other way and say that the Energon Edition is Wave 1, therefore it counts as Wave 1 and will go as well. But I think that would be really mean to those people who are just about to buy it.
Well, I think that's why
But,
they said that they confirmed, like, after this came out, somebody, I can't remember which guy it was, he's confirmed that, yeah, they're not looking at it for, like, it's not
2020.
it's not on their plan for the next year.
Yeah.
So
I have been burnt previously. It wasn't
Yeah,
too
exactly,
bad,
yeah.
but, in a previous game I played, a essentially a promo set came out and was legal for 6 months
right,
before
Oof.
before they removed it from
that's
the
bad.
the
How
standard play.
limited was it?
Well, there were a lot of good cards in that collection, and a lot.
I mean,
of
like, how
players
many were
bought into
printed?
it.
Like, how many, like, what was the
Oh,
print run?
they printed loads. It was enough. It was a standard. It was a standard product
Okay,
that they did. But the packs, the cards that were in the packs that came with them, were
Yeah.
legal for competitive play.
right.
But due to the way the rotations happened, they were only legal for 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
And
Instead
there
of, like,
were-
2 years.
there
or
were-
whatever.
yeah, and there were a couple of $50, $60 cards that you needed
Yikes.
4 of.
Yeah.
So yes, players in that particular game, which was not a Wizards product,
Okay.
were burned quite badly. And I don't
Yeah,
anticipate Wizards doing the same thing.
No.
But yeah, they have said unequivocally, we are not even looking at rotation until the end of this time next year, essentially.
Yeah, and that's like
Um,
that's just them looking at it. Like, they could look at it and be like, yeah, we want to do it, but not for another, like, year.
yeah, they could
So it
just
could
go,
be like
well,
2 years away. You know.
we will assess
Yeah.
the idea.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure it's going to be needed even then.
No,
they've
I
done
think
a
I
very good
prefer
job.
I think I prefer the way they're doing it at the moment, and just like getting rid of problem cards. I think I prefer that.
I think there'll be a point
there-
where
there will definitely- yeah,
maybe
there'll always-
too many.
There will always be a point where, yeah, there'll be a point where it will have to happen. But I think until they absolutely have to, I'd
Yeah.
prefer it if they just keep it how it is. If like a problem arises, they're just like, okay, yeah, this is too busted. Yeah, okay, right, this card's gone. Like, I'd prefer that.
Yep.
I'm okay with the idea of with there being a rotation around that time. Cause at the moment I'm just concerned there'll be just too much bloat.
Fair.
Like there would just be too much to like consider. Like I could be looking at like thousands
yeah, I
of
know what you
cards
mean.
at that point. And
I mean,
just,
I guess I'm just kinda used
just
to
can't
that.
even.
Because I played a
Yeah.
non-rotating format in Magic for like 5 years. So
Yeah, fair enough.
But fortunately, we have people who have made databases online which you can look through and
Yes.
sort into, and
they
and
have.
there's a great new deck builder that I've been using,
Ooh,
Fortress Maximus.
nice.
Really
Shout
enjoying that.
outs.
You can build your decks on there. It gives you a good rundown of like your percentages
Yeah.
as well. It's very similar to previous deck builders I've used in the past for different games.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely look into that. If you're building decks, you can just build them online and edit them, and you can share them and make them public if you wish. Yeah, but it's a good little site where you can just deck build, and you can. I say the percentage charts are really quite nice. It tells you how many whites you're running and how many greens you're running and whatever. Yeah, have a look into that if you've not used it yet. It's a good
Awesome.
good little resource.
Very
But
good.
that certainly helps you out when you're not looking at thousands of cards, right? So,
Yeah.
but if we're assuming we're going to get 2 to 3 sets in the next year,
Yeah, that was going to be my
Possibly-
next question is,
possibly
if they
even
do a
four.
rotation, how long are the sets going to stay legal for? Is it going to be 2 years, or is it going to be just a year?
I would be pretty upset if it was just a year.
Yeah, I would hope
Um,
2 years.
I think 2 is the magic number.
I think 2 seems fine. Yeah.
Like if you're cycling the first 2 sets, right? So wave 1 and wave 2, we've had the most time with. And
That's
then
only a year's worth of cards, though.
it is only a year's worth of cards. Yeah, it still gives you 2 year, a year and a half. Wait.
Yeah, I don't know.
still-
I mean,
still
I'm
gives
not like I don't make card games, so
No, yeah. There's definitely
this is
maths
just,
in it and
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah,
Like, I'm just not.
yeah, it's not decisions that we have to make.
I'm just
No.
looking at it from the consumer side, where it's just like, if I'm gonna commit to a rotating format, I want to know that my money's not gonna be wasted every 9 months or so. Where it's just
years
like,
is definitely. I think 2 years is a good mark.
yeah,
I think also by then we'll have like what, 6-7 sets out,
yeah,
so we'll possibly even more, and they can create an eternal format from that.
yeah, that would be good. I mean,
hopefully
that would be
it just
the
won't ever
ideal,
be-
right? So there's
none of your stuff will be
there's
lost.
options for both. But
And
I know from
they're
playing
already
other
familiar
games
with
that
those.
supporting multiple formats is tough, and as eventually you have to make a choice. Or in the game in Magic, when I was playing, I was forced to make a choice, and my choice was stop playing because I didn't want to play the rotating format. So that's just my
Sure.
that's just my personal fear. I don't want that to happen with this game for me, because like I really enjoy this game. But that's a long way
Oh.
down the that's way down the line.
Yeah, that's
so,
a long way off. But also, like, I think from a lot of people forget is that these sets are a lot smaller than a lot of other card games.
yes, they are. They're way smaller.
Way
Like,
smaller.
not only do you only need 3 of a card, there's only 60 of those cards to get,
Yeah.
and then there's like 50-ish characters, and you
Yeah.
only need 1 of them.
Hmm.
So it's not.
No, it's not as
As-
bad. Yeah, no.
I don't think so. At least not yet.
For example,
there's-
like
There's still a
when
lot of growth that happen.
yeah, when I used to play Magic, it would be like almost a given that you'd have to buy 2 boxes just as a base to
Mhm.
get like the cards that you needed to like, have play sets of stuff. But
Yeah.
in this game, it's like in Wave 3 and 4, I've just bought 1 a release and been pretty good. Pretty much got most of the battle cards that I need, like a play set of everything, right? Like
Yeah.
not the rares, obviously, but like the
Yeah,
commons
certainly
and the
the
uncommons
common and
stuff.
uncommon level. Yeah.
And then you just trade and top up the rares that you need, right? It's pretty easy. So yeah, it is way cheaper than other card games, which is like one of its
Another
biggest
great
selling
selling
points, which is a
Yeah.
weird thing to say. Its selling point is that it's cheap. It's like, okay, wait, what?
You get a lot of bang for your buck for sure.
Yes, definitely.
Um,
But yeah, this weekend's been good. I think. Well, it's been a bit longer than the weekend though. It's been fun. I don't know when you guys are planning your next constructed ones. Have you figured that out yet?
So our next contracted events, Brighton's is already live. So
Yeah, I
we're.
remember. I'm already going.
I think you're
slash-
already going.
I'm going.
Quote,
on
unquote.
Facebook. Yes, I will be. I've already forgotten the day, though.
23rd of November. I'll remind
Yeah.
you. That's the penned-in date for the next contracted
Cool.
event at Brighton in Die Saloon.
So that's like 2 weeks.
About a week and a half away
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
for Southampton.
How about
we're-
for Southampton?
Yeah, for Southampton, we're looking at the 1st of December for our first constructed.
1st of
1st
December.
December.
Okay,
So
nice.
that's like 2 weeks later. Week later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Seems
so
good.
Not able to do the weekender, but this time. But
I think that might work out better though, because more people will be able to afford to travel, maybe. Right?
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, it's
If it's
cutting to
alternate
that Christmas
weekends.
period.
Yeah, well,
Everyone brings
yeah,
out
that's
their
always a trouble.
Saving for Christmas excuses.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes. I'm saving for myself for Christmas.
uh,
Also known as going to the tournament.
Good.
Also known as going to the tournament and buying packs.
Yep. So yeah, that's our upcoming events. But obviously, we'll be looking forward to the Energon Open final. It's going to be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and keep an
see
eye out for the
where-
Energon edition as well.
Hopefully,
Mhm.
Wizards
The
will
Energon
drop-
everything.
Hopefully, Wizards will drop something at the PAX event about an event in the earlier part of the year for us.
It's going to be the Energon World Tour. Just you watch. I told you, Energon everything.
The EPT.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do hope for more UK-based large events.
yeah, definitely.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's some announcement there. It seems like the good platform to do it.
Yeah.
If not that, then it'll probably be the announcement of the next set.
Yeah, well,
Um,
I think that would definitely happen, even if it's just a name, or
Yeah.
if it will be. I think we know what it's going to be called anyway. It's going to be Earthrise 1, right? Oh no, because we're getting a
no,
different
I
set in the
don't
middle,
think
aren't we?
so.
Yeah, I forgot.
don't
we're getting
think so,
we're getting
yeah.
a filler set, aren't we? That's not related. So yeah, okay. Or is that
Yeah, I think-
is that Energon edition? Is that what that was a bit when they were talking about something else coming in
No,
between?
that's Energon Edition is definitely a side thing.
Yeah, I
Right.
believe
Set-
that's extra.
Set 5 will definitely be, something different. And
Okay.
yeah, set 6 will be Earthrise,
Okay, cool.
and it's only going to be there's only going to be one Earthrise because they don't have to split it.
Oh, did they confirm that?
Yeah, I think the thing was with Siege is that only half the toys had come out, so they done Siege 1.
Yeah.
They had to call it Siege 1 whilst the rest were coming out. And then
okay.
once the rest were announced and coming out, they then had it's like, okay, well, this one will have Siege 2. It might well be
Sure.
that they end up having, Earthrise might be such a big release that they might do it in 2 again.
I'll tell
but
you what,
in
though,
this-
Earthrise is
Go
getting a
on.
Zarak card, and that makes me very happy.
Well,
There's-
it's then getting a Zarek figure.
Yeah, but there's no way that they're not going to put him in the cassette. If they do, I'll be pissed. I will be pissed if they don't put him in the set. Even if he's bad, I don't care if he's bad. I just want a card of him.
So do you reckon Scorpion
just
Rock will
hoping-
be at the bottom of the
He's
bottom
going to be
of the box?
he's going to be Ape Face of Earthrise.
I just
No, I
want
hope he's
set
better than
5
that.
He's going to be the card. The card. That's what I mean. He's going to be the card that everyone loves and like wanted, but then like he turns out to be really bad, and then everyone's sad.
Yeah,
Oh.
but
Face.
poor Ed.
No.
You are not the beast bot we want. Please go away.
But yeah, it's going to be
No.
interesting. Like, because if it's going to be the same where it follows the toy line slightly, then we already kind of have a few hints of who's going to be in.
Yep, we've already seen some spoilers of the figures that have been
The ones that
coming
I
out.
remember were Zarak, Starscream, and Wheeljack, but there were more.
Yeah, there's some more as well. I think Hoist. There's a newer character, Ironworks, who like works with what looks like the.
Was that the Shield guy, the Shield ramp dude?
No, Ironworks looks like he's a bit like a combiner or like a mini Titan. He
Okay.
can like store loads of
He's the base for the little dudes.
patrols.
Yes,
Yeah,
I do remember him. Yeah.
So yeah, he looks interesting. So yeah, Hoist was the other one. We've seen a Prime, we've seen a Megatron.
Yeah.
I think that might have been all. There might have been one or two others,
Okay, cool.
but yeah,
Well, there you go. There's some teasers possibly of what cards might be in, but yeah, that could be like
Seems
a whole
likely.
that could be 2 waves away now. Like,
yeah,
we're not sure.
yeah.
I'm just not sure whether the Energon edition was that secret thing, the filler thing or not. But yeah, you're probably right. It's probably not. There's probably a separate wave.
I think it's meant to be separate, so there'll
Yeah.
still be another set.
Cool. So yeah, we'll get the Wave 5 official name. Any clues on what would you want it to be? I know what Kevin's going to say.
I mean, you read me so well.
Well, we have some minor clues as to what could be in the next set.
Right.
When we were at the Energon Open, we had the Q&A with Drew,
Yeah.
and he mentioned that Volcanicus would be getting some
Oh
tech
yeah, he did say Volcanicus
in Wave
didn't he?
5.
Right.
So I've got a couple of theories in that either there's just more Dinobot support, so we might see some of the more
Or is it
more
gonna be-
obscure Dinobot characters.
It's going to be return of the not it was Rise. So what would it be the second time? Rebirth of the Combiners or something.
So that's the other side, is that it could
Yeah.
be more combiner-based stuff.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see, like, with all of the 2 and 3 part combiners, we've seen them as like they have a mechanic in which they combine,
Yeah.
whereas the actual 5 and 6 piece combiners have come with an enigma.
Enigma.
I
yeah,
wonder if they've been kind of toying with the idea of actually the enigma is quite prohibitive in like.
Oh, and just
in the build,
rebooting
like-
Combiners completely.
I don't know, but like I would hope not entirely. Like they would have new characters, but
Yeah. But I just mean like
but
giving
just
you two
the
ways
method
to
in
play
which
them.
that you
Yeah.
combine and stuff. Yeah.
Like Omega,
Wow.
he's just got
What-
like
what
a
if-
static.
What if this Volcanicus card actually just buffs all of your Dinobot characters?
Well, this is what I'm saying. So if
We
it
could
could just be a
see-
Dinobot based card,
Yeah, it
which
could
is
just
just
be a
good for
Dino card,
Volcanicus, or it's just good for any of the Dinobots.
Oh yeah, that's one thing. We didn't get
Um,
another Titan card in Wave 4. We didn't get one.
There was not another one announced. No.
No. I remember we were talking about whether we would get one or not, and no, there wasn't. So that's kind of interesting too. Maybe we'll get one in Wave 5.
It's possible.
I think it's possible. I think they might just be like, here, have a card for this tribe, But
Yeah.
I'm just hoping for one Dinobot, and that's a Dinobot named Dinobot. That's all I need.
Oh, really? I want my Dino cassettes. I want
But yeah,
noise. Where's Noizu? Noizu!
we are all excited to see what 2020 brings.
Yeah.
But I think we've reached the end of our agenda for today.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Plug the
That sounds
events.
about right.
We've done our due
Done our cheap
diligence.
plugs. We've put people over.
Yeah.
Oh, one more thing.
Oh.
If you guys could like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Are we going to put ourselves over there?
Yeah, let's put ourselves over.
The cheap peep.
Screw everyone else.
The cheap pop, even.
It's great to be right back here in South
Podcast City.
But yeah, so we're at 94 subscribers, which is a really annoying number.
It's not a very round number. I mean, it is an even number, but it's not a round number.
It is an even number, but we're 6 away.
Yeah.
6 subscribers away from 100. We would really like to get that there before our next episode. In fact, you know what? If we do get there before our next episode goes live, if we get to 100, we will do some sort of special thing.
Some sort of special thing.
Some sort of special thing. Not sure yet. Could be a giveaway. Could be a slot on the next episode.
Could
Someone
be
who'd like to
a
contribute.
personalised voicemail sing-along message from all three of us. It could be
Ooh.
anything.
Yeah, we can work on that. Just in time for Christmas.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I guess our next one will be detailing perhaps what our events have happened between, on the 1st of December and the 23rd of November, and
Well,
maybe PAX, depends on
and
which
maybe PAX.
happens.
We could
Yeah.
give our insight to PAX, in which we will have no personal insight, but our opinions are what matter, right?
Yeah, and I want to put my oar in.
That wasn't very convincing. Yeah. I'll take it.
But no. Yeah, so with that said, thanks very much for listening, guys. Hope you enjoyed the cast.
Yep.
As usual, it is a goodbye from me.
And a goodbye from him.
And a goodbye from him.
Good night, guys. Take care.